Hi, everybody, and welcome to the desk of Blake James, or from the desk of Blake James. Whatever you prefer. What do you prefer?
It's a really nice desk.
It is.
I like it.
Yes.
It's got a great look, obviously great branding, and everything's well laid out. I'm going to have to take a few tips here and bring it back to my office.
Well, your staff did a great job putting together this studio, that's for sure. We're having fun here. Blake, good to see you. Certainly some interesting developments in the last month or so since we last spoke on this program. Let's start first with football, and a challenging season, no doubt about that. But I think that there's a lot of good things, too, that you can focus on despite the record.
Yep.
And I think Bill O'Brien would tell you the same thing. You guys are building a program and you're building a culture. Do you agree with that?
100%. Again, the record hasn't been what any one of us wanted. I mean, you don't want to lose any games. So, at the start of the year,
right,
people always joking like, well, how many games you win? I want to win all, I want to win all 12. And those guys and our coaching staff go out wanting to win every game. There's two teams out there, two teams that are working very hard, and only one team's going to win. And, unfortunately, it hasn't gone our way. But like you said, I do think there's some positive take. We've had some young guys get, a lot of playing time for a variety of reasons. One, I think Bill brought in a good class that we'll see grow and impact even greater levels in the future. And then again, the injury bug has bit us, and it hits everyone. And Bill's touched on it, but it's a reality of our situation. And so we have to look at where we are, how do we get better. And we look at the team last week at Louisville. I thought the team fought hard. I think we fight hard. We need to get some things going our way, and we got a big opportunity here on Saturday to go out and play a great game and hopefully come out with a victory.
Yeah, Notre Dame coming up Saturday. That always resonates with the public. It's been sold out for a while. What does the Notre Dame game mean to you? Oh,
wow. I mean, obviously, it's just a great rivalry. I mean, one of the, big brands in this country. They've had, a really strong run over the last few years. I think they're number 12 in the rankings right now. And so they're having another good year this year. And so it's an opportunity for us to go out and be our best and see what we can do and hopefully come away with a W.
Yeah, I think, a lot of teams are built around let's shock the world mantra. I think this is one of those type of games. And BC's had success with that in the past. About knocking off a Notre Dame team that comes in with a lot of acclaim, but there's a good opportunity. I think that's one thing that you can really rely upon for this team right now is that they're fighting hard, and they realize the opportunity in front of them. They know they're the underdog.
Yeah, no, and you and I see it every week. We talk about this on the broadcast before the games or
right,
during the games, a lot of the time. And, you're around practices, I'm around practices. We see all the games. And yeah, this team is fighting hard. They're working hard. And we're working to get better. And, hopefully that'll mean some good things come to us.
No question. Good things coming to Alumni Stadium. The seating initiative announced last couple weeks. Outstanding enhancements to the stadium, which is now 31 years old. I know since the day you came here, this has been on your radar. What do these seating enhancements mean?
Well, it's an investment in our future, and part of it is we talk about the need to generate revenue, and that's just a reality of where college athletics is. You got to be able to generate more revenue, and just having steel bleachers, and suites, the suites that we have, there just isn't the opportunity that so many of our competitors have. And this is a step in that direction. It's phase one. I'm hoping that there's many more phases to come because we're not going to go play somewhere else. We're not, we have a great setup being here on our campus, being able to have the students that we get. Again, we'll have over 6,000 students again on Saturday for the game. Our student support is incredible. I think it's one of the special parts of our program, just in where the stadium's at, and with the mods being where they are and the tailgating that all happens. And so this is an investment in our future. It gives us an opportunity to offer those that want a little more of a premium experience, to have that premium experience. When we sent our surveys out to, I want to say 70,000 people last year, a resounding message came back that people wanted to have an opportunity to get a premium experience. And as you said, we're just a few weeks into it, and the feedback has been very positive. Again, not for everyone. The great news there, John, is we're going to be able to have the same type of seat for someone who doesn't want to purchase this premium seat somewhere else in the stadium. Now, it's not going to be on what could be the same yardage, just on the other side of the field, but it might not be in the same location. But we don't want to turn fans away. What we want to do is generate more revenue and provide opportunities that we just haven't been able to provide at our facility in the past.
Along those revenue lines, NIL, the new, of course, the new congressional initiative we talked about on your last show here. What is BC doing to create more ties to that?
Yeah, and again, it's a good point because I do think there's some confusion there. A lot of people talk about NIL and rev share and put them in the same bucket, and they're two very different buckets. And so we're participating in rev share as an institution. At the same time, we need to look to our business partners and the greater business community to really, have legitimate NIL opportunities. If you think back to July 1st of 2021, when NIL first became a possibility, you had, every school in the country had a collective, and the collectives were doing a great job of generating money and doing things to get kids NIL money. At the same time, I think the intent of the rule when it was first created is, create opportunities for someone to be sponsored by, New Balance or, the local pizza place or, local car dealership or whatever it is. And those are things that we have to continue to expand now because in a lot of ways, the role of the collectives kind of went away with the rev share in a lot of cases, not in every case, but in a lot of them. And really now it's looking and working with our multimedia rights partner, Van Wagner, on how do we look to our business partners and see what opportunities may exist, for our student athletes to have NIL opportunities with those businesses.
So you see it becoming more expansive as we move along.
Yeah, I think it's going to. Everything grows. Again, it's one where the rev share number is going to grow, but the opportunities that we're looking for our student athletes with businesses in NIL is something that we're going to continue to have to grow as an institution. Because I know in talking with ADs around the country, that's an area that they're seeing growth, and we got to keep up with what's happening in our sandbox.
Your sandbox will be full coming up. It's a busy time. Hockey, as we sit here, plays a Hockey East opener tonight against Northeastern. We had Greg Brown with his sit-down this week on the podcast for Boston, building young in some areas, likes the way they're going. Katie King, similar. Both those programs, you happy with the directions they're headed?
Oh, yeah. Again, when you look at, what Greg's done, and, he's going into season 4 now, so he's, like me, we got here. He got hired just before I got here, and, year 1, we went through some first-year challenges. Year 2 was an incredible run that we were the best team in the country that year. Credit to Denver. They won the national championship, right. But I think we were the better team. They just they got the game that night, and, obviously we got to get that done. Last year was another great run. Denver, so I got to quit playing Denver, I guess.
Exactly.
But no, it's, I think Greg's got the program in a good spot. Katie's been in position for a long time. The program's had some ups and downs. And I think this is one where, she's really got some good young talent and continuing to build it. And, excited to watch both their journeys as they go through the now really Hockey East. Both of them played a lot of non-conference, and now really they're getting into Hockey East. Not to say we don't have any non-conference left, but excited for both our men's and women's hockey programs and looking forward to the journey.
The journey will be full for basketball. You have men's basketball starting next Monday and women as well.
Yes.
So where are those programs going? There's optimism on both sides. Earl seems like he used the portal to his advantage. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. And again, the hard part now, John, is if we were sitting here 10 years ago, and really probably even 5 years ago, the transfer situation isn't what it was today. So you look and be like, okay, Florida State got these 3 guys back, and they had some guys come in freshmen, and North Carolina got these guys, and here's what we have back, and all that. Now, every team you're going to play is all new. Yeah. And you don't know what you're going to get in week in and week out. And I think that's the same on the women's side. And so in both cases, both Joanna and Earl, I think both are excited. I've gotten limited views of both teams, and it's in practice, not in games. But I think we're going to be a better team. I just don't know how that compares to where everyone else in the league is. And so what does it mean? And so in talking, I actually just met with Joanna earlier today, and she just talked to me about, how this team's just really re-energized her, and just how excited she is, to go in this year with the team, that she has and their desire and to learn and really get out and, put the effort out on the court. And I know Earl's excited about, what they've brought in. And so, Monday night starts for both of them, and, we'll look forward to that journey as well. So busy time of year for sure.
It is, and the fans coming to County Forum watching basketball will see a court that's been dedicated thanks to the generosity of a specific family, and that's something that BC will capitalize on, and extreme generosity.
Yeah, no, again, we'll do a very formal appreciation. But yeah, the fans that are there Monday will see the Edgerly Court, and again, thanks to Paul and Sandy Edgerly for their generous gift and their support of our program. Obviously, wonderful people that are making an incredible impact on our program. And so, yeah, we'll be excited to celebrate that down the road. But yeah, anyone who comes Monday night or early on in the season, you'll see a new named court out there.
What do you make of Connie? I hear from fans a lot of times. Obviously, alumni, the age is age. You can't really get around that. Connie basketball and hockey has been such a terrific home court, home ice venue. Is that in your future in terms of enhancements there as well?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, again, from day one when I arrived here on the Heights, I looked at both Alumni Stadium and Conti Forum as our homes, but homes that we needed to modernize. And as I said earlier, when we were talking about Alumni Stadium, I view that as phase one. And I hope to have a number of phases of things that we do out there to continue to modernize that facility. And I think we have to take the same approach in Conti. And we've been looking at things and trying to figure out what makes the most sense for us as an institution and for our fans and our students. And so, again, do I think something will be coming in the future? I do. Do I have anything that I can tell you right now, hey, we'll be doing this soon? No. But again, we have to continue to look at how do we take care of our house. And that means from a variety of ways. We're going to put a new slab in next summer, which should help the ice and the speed of the hardness of the ice. I think I learn all sorts of different things about
sounds good.
Fast water for swimming, hardness of ice. These different things that athletic directors have to do. So we'll have a new slab going in. I think there's some things that will, at the same time, that doesn't really impact the fans as much, but some things in the bowl that we'll be looking to do in the future that be maybe a little more fan centric.
I noticed some video boards in County Forum that were installed as well.
Yeah, new video boards that will be highlighting as we start the season there tonight. So yeah, I've actually forgot about that. You just said it, but yeah, we put new video boards, new sound system, and so it's one where again we just need to continue to invest in everything that we have and make sure we're putting our best foot forward. And I know that we're doing that. We get incredible support from Father Leahy and the entire institution and our board, and those are things that I'll keep making them aware of opportunities where we can take care of our house. It puts us in a better situation. Kind
of an underrated aspect of BC athletics from a holistic view. I look at the World Series and I see Emmett Sheehan pitching some scoreless innings for the Dodgers. We saw Sal Frelick with the Brewers, who was one of the best outfielders in the National League this year. Sure. Today, Blake Butera, Boston College grad, named the manager of the Washington Nationals.
Yep.
So Todd Introdonato, the baseball coach, I know we're a few months away, but that, and for you, those are build-around moments. Oh,
it really is. And again, exciting, for our program to have our players making the impact they are on the national stage, from the World Series games and the playoffs to being a manager and, for one of the teams there. And, it's one that, very exciting for those individuals, but just great for our program.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And no doubt in the NFL, we see players making impacts every week.
Oh, yes.
From Boston College.
Yeah, no, it's one where you're seeing Boston College guys all the time, and that's something we just want to see grow.
And, of course, let's not forget Quentin Post. I'm trying to get everybody covered here.
NHL.
We could go for hours.
Yes,
on the
we're going to keep going. But, yeah, when you look at the big leagues, we've had individuals that are coming through here. Just as you and I walked in, you got Charlotte North and, out there, practicing and obviously she's an incredible athlete and had a tremendous impact here, but as she continues on and in her career, and so just it's one where we want to continue to give our students the resources and the tools that they need to develop and grow to be the best version of themselves, and obviously athletically, but as people, and just excited to be here and be a part of the program.
And finally, we should pay homage to some of your sports that are going on now that are ending soon. Women's and men's soccer, field hockey. Kelly Doughton always does a terrific job with that program. Where's everything else headed?
Yeah, so again, as you touched on, men's soccer has senior night tomorrow night, actually. And they're looking to wrap up. Their ACC tournament starts next Wednesday, I believe it is. Women's soccer, it's, again, different leagues or different genders, same sport in same league. Men's soccer has all the teams in the ACC tournament. Women's soccer only has 6 teams in the ACC tournament. And so I think, on the women's side, Chris and the team, I think, took another step this year forward. Obviously, when you looked at where that program was when Chris took over, I think he's taken steps both years. Kelly and the team, the field hockey in the ACC is just tough. And we didn't maybe get the balls to go the way we wanted to necessarily during the regular season. But if I understood this, I guess, math correctly, if Syracuse beats Louisville tomorrow, which I guess Syracuse will be the favorite, we'll be in the ACC field hockey tournament. And so obviously, credit to Kelly. And once you're in the tournament, anything can happen, and you go from there.
No question about that. Blake, a pleasure as always. We appreciate it and look forward to seeing you again very soon from the desk of Blake James.
Hey, thanks for all you do, and go Eagles.
All right, maybe we'll get a grunge band in here next time to surround us. Who knows?
Background music for sure.
Wayne's World, maybe?
There we go.
Absolutely. He's Blake James. I'm Jon Meterparel. Thanks for watching, everybody.